Hi everyone. It's quite useful to see exactly how wide your car is, and the best way to do this, in my opinion, is to find yourself in a car park with some lines in front of you and park nicely in a bay. And I can see exactly how close the white line is to the right by looking in my right mirror, and I can also see it in my windscreen. And we're going to be using this to do the manoeuvre that we're going to be talking about today, and it's the pull up in the park on the right. So this is where we're going to be demonstrating this manoeuvre. We're going to be using the raised curb that's just after this road on the right, and that's quite similar to what's probably going to be going on your test. It's quite unlikely that you're going to be asked to do this manoeuvre on a road where there's loads of houses and driveways. It's usually going to be an extended raised curb like we've got now. It won't be that the examiners are going to park you in like we're parked. It's usually just on the move, and the examiners will say, I'd like to find somewhere safe to park in on the right. So I'm going to get the car started and we're going to get going. If there are vehicles from the opposite way, what I would suggest is timing your approach to where you want to park to try and keep flowing. It's not always possible though. Sometimes you will have to get near the centre line, put a right signal on and wait until there's a gap appropriate that you can go off and park. But be careful, because it's an unusual manoeuvre this. People might not understand exactly what you're doing. So off we go. There's no one around at the minute. So I'm still going to take my position near the centre line, and there is a vehicle up ahead with its lights on, so I am going to signal. And now this is where we were talking about our reference point before. I'm getting that curb in exactly the same position. I'm going to reapply my signal as it was before. I'm looking up the road and I'm getting straight, so I'm not moving one way or the other, and I'm stopping before this car comes the other way. Now, even in the daylight, there may be some scenarios where you've got dipped headlights on. If you are in one of those scenarios, turn your dipped headlights down to side lights, because the dipped headlights, if you are parking on this side of the road with dipped headlights on, they are going to dazzle people from the opposite direction. So we've parked here. I am going to turn my car off a little second just so I can take my phone out. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you exactly what I can see from this side again. So let's start off with the mirror. Yeah, I'm in a good position. I'm just outside the curb. You don't have to be really close. And this curb in the windscreen, it's in exactly the same spot as the line in the car park was before. Seating position, when you are reversing, try and twist in your seat a little. You can even hold the steering wheel with your right hand directly at 12 o'clock, and literally if there's not much steering to do, which there won't be because we've got nice and straight, all you can do is just literally do your little adjustments with that if you like. Now, we can't move if anyone's within 2 or 3 car lengths, so this red car in front and obviously the one behind, but there's a gap after. So I've got prepared and I've done my check everywhere. Now, I probably could have started moving just a little bit with this car coming the other way, but I've decided to wait. So remember, if you get opportunities like we've got now, even move a little bit, that's fine. So what I'm trying to do is just maintain the space from this curb. Now we've got Laura coming the other way. It's the instructor who I taught. So we're going to wait for Laura and the pupil to pass. Say hello to Laura, and then in fact it was just Laura, it wasn't a pupil, she must have just dropped off. So notice when any vehicle come within our little space, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be stopping. So it's all clear again. Don't forget, pedestrians are all included with these observations. So all I'm doing, I'm looking up at the back door handle of my car and I'm just making sure I maintain that gap. Again, stop for the car coming the other way. Another set of observations, and then continue when it's passed. And the examiner's usually the ones who'll say to you, that'll do. So my gaps still stay the same, and I'm going to stop. So it's quite straightforward. You may have noticed little bits of movement, and all I'm doing, I'm just making certain in this right door mirror that I'm not going closer or further away. I'm just keeping that gap the same. And now from here, it's a simple task of just moving back into traffic. The blind spot check is the main different part, because you're moving off to the left, you need to be concentrating on this side. So that's all I'm going to do. This car behind is doing its turn. No one else around. Happy, off we go. And that's the pull up and park on the right manoeuvre. Personally, I think that's a little bit of a waste of time, but if you get it on your test, result, because I think it's the easiest one. Keep safe, and I'll see you soon.